I've got one more game to talk about, and this is also a small game. I want to talk about Love Letter.
Love
Okay.
letter.
Love Letter. I want to write a love letter to Love Letter. I'm going to sing it for you. Are you ready?
Okay. Yep. Musical episode.
No, I'm not going to sing. So this
Oh
game has,
man.
I know, this game has a lot of history with me. So I played this originally back in 2012 when it came out at a game store at like 11 o'clock at night with a bunch of dudes. We were playing Smash. Yeah, I know. I think we were playing Smash Up, and we played it for like 20 minutes and then stopped because the person who was teaching us was not an individual I'd want to play games with ever again. But yep, yeah. But then we brought out Love Letter, and this game blew me away back then. And then it's one of those games where I bought a ton of copies to give all my friends as gifts for that year, and that game just keeps coming back. Now the version we played is the deluxe version. What's it called? Love Letter.
Deluxe.
I don't know. Deluxe, sure. And the cards are giant and actually card stock. They're not actual cards, they're actual card stock, and they come with their own sleeves. So you have these big thick cards. But essentially what this game is, it is at its root a 16 card game, and you are playing with up to 4 players, 2 to 4 players, and you are playing your hand only is 1 card, and on your turn you draw 1 card, so then you have 2 cards, and then you choose which card to play face up in front of you, and each card has a different ability. And there are about 8 different cards with different abilities, from trying to guess what another player's card is, and so you can start deducing what people are. By the end of the game, the person with the highest number, 1 through 8, 8 being the princess, and there's only one of those, they win that round, and it's first to win 4 rounds wins the whole game. Cards do things, like I said, where you are trying to guess what people are. There's ones where you play that card and you compare the card that's left over in your hand with another player, and the person who is highest wins. That means the person who's lowest is out for that round. Rounds take like 5 minutes, like they're super, super quick, 5 minutes if that. And it's just such a beautiful, simple game. Now, this game came out in our last game night after Western Legends, because Western Legends only took like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But then we played this right after for a good 20, 30 minutes. And I always forget how much I love this game. Now, this deluxe version can play up to 8, and they add a few different roles, and they only work if you're playing with people who already know Love Letter. If you're trying to bring a bunch of new people into Love Letter, I would not recommend playing the new roles. Just play the basic 4-player game with them, which of course you can do with this version. But Love Letter just is freaking fantastic. I guess I should say it was designed by Seiji Kanai, and this version is published by AEG. However, I guess ZMan got the rights and are producing their own version now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the differences are. I do know there's new artwork.
New artwork.
But other than that, yeah, there could be some new things. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head. I don't really see any reason to get the new version unless there's like huge differences. But this game is just so good.
Were there any expansions for this game, or was it just like
the thematic ones? Like they had Batman and Lord of the Rings and...
Okay, so did they alter the card rules to them? Do you recall?
Ooh, I haven't played them, but my buddy was telling me about Batman, and I think there is something that lets you get points easier. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I think they do change them slightly. Like in the Batman, you're trying to get closest to Joker, right? To try and catch Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if there's any actual rule changes. There may be slight ones. I don't know. Essentially, it's the same game, though.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So there is a new edition. So Z-Man has the license. They reprinted it. And now in this new version, they have like all new art, all new design, and there is now gameplay for 6 players.
What?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
And it looks like there are new characters and new gameplay features, but they haven't talked about them yet. And it looks like it's standard that it comes in like a bag, so they're putting it into like a gold screen print bag. And it looks like there's some tokens now in this thing. It looks like it still plays the same, but I think what they really wanted to do was, just give it that good old Z-Man lift that I think sometimes Z-Man tends to do. They did that with Citadels. It looks like this is the next game in that line that kind of gets this like Z-Man refresh. And along with what they did with Citadels in terms of like including all of the expansions plus some of their new stuff, it looks like very similarly that it adds new characters, gameplay for 6 that probably, that's where the new characters comes into. So for $12, it looks like they're kind of going in on, making sure that this is a kind of a high quality reprint that is to Z-Man standards. I think I think I have a copy somewhere, but this will definitely be something I'll probably keep my eye on, just because it's like I don't know if I honestly have seriously played this game, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I've never played it, so I'd love to see what it's all about.
I've played it a lot.
I can
That's
tell.
Love Letter by Z-Man, I guess now.
AG Z-Man. Every single publisher in the world, I think, has like made their own version of Love Letter. So many.
So good. So many. So good. Love Letter by a whole heaps of people.
A whole heaps of